And every single day,
the more enemies we kill.
We're spending trillions and trillions of dollars.
You know, people say, all right, this is your fault.
It's not your fault.
All I know is you're not selling anything.
The Fed's not done, and I'm going to tell you why.
Welcome to Sean's show. Hurricane Hillary is destroying Los Angeles, and I couldn't be happier. I'm here with Josh. Hi, Josh.
Are you happy for Hillary? Or
I'm happy for Hillary Clinton. I'm happy for Hurricane Hillary. You want to know why Los Angeles is being tormented and stormed right now? It's because Los Angeles and Hollywood will not stop making Marvel movies. If they stopped making Marvel movies, Hurricane Hillary would end. This is a message from God. God is telling Hollywood to stop making Marvel movies. If you don't listen to God's message, he will send another message.
Are you sure it's the Marvel movies and not the pedophilia?
Nope. God's actually cool with God's actually cool with the second thing you said, which, by the way, we're on YouTube, so we can't say fuck or shit or God in the first 20 seconds of the episode.
We were 30-something seconds.
We were 30 seconds in. No, God's fine with the second thing you said.
Okay.
The kids. But it's the Marvel movies. And to be honest, as a man of God, I agree with him.
Wait, which God?
There's only one God, Josh.
Oh, I know, but my one God might be different from your one God.
I can guarantee you that he's not. You want to say our gods at the same time?
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3.
Yahweh.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, yeah. That's a little different.
I guess we're different. But you know what? America, this is a country where being different is important. And I think that Hollywood was just, they were doing, oh shit. This whole studio is falling apart, Josh. I bought all this new shit and it's all falling apart. But we're 3 episodes in. How many podcasts make it to 3 episodes?
Probably like 60%.
Probably 60. Okay, so we're D plus, but we're on our way. No, I'm very happy that Hollywood is drowning right now. I'm very happy. There's just a lot of hubris in LA that needed to be washed away. It's good. A storm is good. And you know what's funny? I love it because everyone in LA always is like, we need the rain. We really needed the rain. Oh my God. I'm so my mom loves saying this, and she's not even in LA, but everyone I know in LA, they're like, we just needed it's so green. Well, did you need this rain, bitch? You got some rain. And I think I want to meet the people that name the storms. There's this weird obsession with the naming of the taxonomy of hurricanes and tropical storms that I think is just it's all these NPR rich liberals that love to just like jerk off over what the name of the storm is. And the thing is, people love naming storms and naming hurricanes because they don't have any meaning in their actual life, that they need to ascribe meaning to storms and events that are beyond their control.
Do you know how they do it?
How?
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, no, I have no idea. Yeah. Actually, I do know how they do it, Josh. What they do is they take an ex-girlfriend that they've had, and then they name a hurricane after that.
I've heard 2 things, that people take storms more seriously if they're named after a woman. That's one thing I've heard. Don't know
I believe
if that's
that.
true. The other thing is it's by, so H, what's that? The 8th letter in the alphabet, right? A, B, C, D, E. It's 8th. It's the 8th.
You could honestly, Josh, you could say H is the last letter, and people would be, oh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
And I think that's the way they do it, is like by you know, they just go down the alphabet. Yeah.
So the next one's gonna be A, B, C, D, F, G, I.
Yep.
Hurricane Ida.
Yeah.
Hurricane Elizabeth. I gotta be honest. I'm not on my A game today, guys. I have a little story to tell. I scratched my cornea.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a road story.
I was on the road. We should get a soundboard. I think we do need a soundboard for this show, so that whenever I do a road story, I can go.
You can we got a soundboard right here, but also you can put it on your phone and then it'll Bluetooth it.
Okay. I don't want to copy Red Bar totally.
Yeah. Why not? You need a huge TV behind you.
I need a higher quality TV.
Yeah.
We are fans of Red Bar on this show. I won't speak for Josh.
Yeah. I didn't say that.
No, but I don't want to. If I get a soundboard, then it'll be too directly of a copy. I gotta have my own voice.
Get a little drum set next to you and go every time.
Road Story.
Yeah.
Road Story. Or I could just go Road Story. This is I was on the road, but it doesn't count as it's just I had a.
I know a good one. Have a girl come from under the desk and go like a Road Story, and then go back under the desk.
maybe in episode 10 when we have $1 million budget, Josh. Josh, this show's gonna this show's gonna make you so rich you have no idea.
I hope so. That's what I'm looking for.
I will pay you so much money, and that's a fact. That's a promise.
That's legally binding. He has it on camera.
And so much. We're talking about $200-$300.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just give you it. No, I had a medical emergency, and I'm not. Oh fuck! So I scratched my cornea in my right eye. And it's because I want to open up to you guys. I know a lot of you have been with me for years, even on my old show that I used to co-host. I have a problem with self-harming. And a lot of people self-harm on their thigh. They self-harm by cutting their thigh where no one can see it. I like to scratch my eye because I hate myself. No, I wear contact.
And only you can see it.
And only I can see it. You can't see it. You can't see my tears. I was taking out my contact. I don't know how it happened. I scratched my eye, and I thought it was like dry eye at first. I don't know if anyone listening wears contact lenses or glasses. I thought it was dry eye. I was like, oh, I'll sleep this off. And then the next day I was doing shows in Houston, and it got way worse. Like I was about to go into my hotel and check in, and I was like, my eye's fucked right now. And I ended up going to the ER. And here's how I know that American healthcare is crazy. Listen up. Look at me. I'm a straight white male. I walked into the ER with a credit card, a debit card, $20,000 in the bank. Health insurance, Josh. A 4-inch dick. These are things that I walked into the ER with.
Yes.
I should not be denied service.
Well, you were denied?
White privilege. I walk in there. They didn't deny me. What happened is I go in. My eye is on the floor. And I go in there and I go up to the lady. I give her my health insurance card. I start filling out the paperwork to check in. Then she calls me back over to the counter and she goes, "Sir, did you know that I just want to let you know your ER copay, which is the upfront if you're uninsured and you're poor. Copay is how much you pay up front for healthcare when you go to the doctor.
$550.
The ER copay was $750.
Ooh, it went up $200.
$750 fucking dollars. And I don't have like catastrophic care, which is hilarious. I mean, that's a hilarious name for health. I mean, like, how do they brand? I mean, the idiots that brand this shit. Let's brand one of the health insurance policies catastrophic care. But I don't have catastrophic. Like, I have like gold. I have like triple gold aluminum fucking healthcare. Like, it's not like the best. It's not like diamond, but it's like good healthcare. And I didn't realize the ER copay was $750. And then she says to me, then she goes, well, sir, you know, the ER copay is $750. Do you still want to see a doctor? And then she looked up and my eye was on her fucking desk. Like my eye was bleeding. It wasn't actually bleeding, but it felt like it was fucking bleeding. And so I had to think, like, what's more important to me, $750 or not going blind in one eye? And so I used my my smarts and my acting lessons. I took a lot of acting lessons, Josh. I wanted to be an actor for about 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally looked at these ladies. It was two ladies, very nice ladies. I looked at these ladies and I said, I love this country. She said, the ER copay is $750. Do you still want to see a doctor? And I said to her, I love this country. Then I walked away. And then she called me back over later and she's like, sir, we're just going to charge you $60. We're going to bring it down to the urgent care copay. And I was like, you got yourself a deal. So I used my acting lessons and I feigned poverty to get out of I saved $690.
Yeah.
And you know what? I took that $690 that I saved and plowed that back into this show.
Yeah.
So you're welcome. I will suffer for this fucking podcast.
Why didn't you go to like the Texas Med Clinic or something?
Is that I don't even know what that is. Is that like a government one?
No, I don't know.
Is it just cheaper?
Sorry, excuse me. No, it's about what you would have paid, $60.
Not like 2 a.m. Are they open 24/7?
24/7.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are they so much cheaper? Is it a private clinic?
Because all you got to go in there and they're just gonna tell. They can't do anything for you, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna look at you and be like, here you go. This is what happened. It's basically like doing a Zoom.
Yeah.
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 But it's I'm gonna make sure it's 24 hours. What time did you go at?
2 a.m. I literally did the show. I did I'm suffering. But you know what? No days off. I listened to Drake. You know how much pain I'm in right now, but I'm still doing this show.
It closes at 11.
It closed at 11? All right. Yeah. Well, you just killed someone, Josh, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Someone listened to this, and then they turned it off before you clarified, and they're going to go and die.
Yeah. Texas Med Clinic urgent care unless it's past 11 p.m.
Hey,
you're screwed.
All my haters that listen to this, please go to the Texas Med Clinic if you're in emergency at like 3 a.m. Please do that. So, but we're here. We're surviving. My eyes on fire. But there's so much to cover that I can't skip. You can't skip a day. Let's see. Oh, I want to start with this story. I wanted to cover this last week, but I didn't get around to it. One of the, or maybe I did. I don't know if I covered this, Josh. One of the Supreme Court justices is being getting a lot of hate. Have you seen this?
Which one?
Justice Thomas.
Oh.
So, black conservative Justice Thomas is being criticized.
Is that what he goes by?
Yeah, that's his name. I don't know why I said his race, because it's relevant. This is racism. This is real racism in America. If people would open their eyes to this, Justice Thomas, they're hating on him because he took a few vacations. They're hating on him because he's friends with a billionaire. Of course he's friends with a fucking billionaire. Everyone's saying Justice Thomas is being bribed by Dallas billionaire Harlan Crow, and he's taking him on his super yacht. Of course, a Supreme Court justice is going on a super yacht. Okay, it's not wrong to celebrate victory. Okay, this is I looked into his history. Justice Clarence Thomas is literally the descendant of slaves, and he rose to one of the most powerful offices in American government. And now white liberal America wants to attack him.
Who put him there? Was it Bush or Reagan? It was Bush, right?
I mean, he's really old. I think it was George. I think it was George Washington that added him.
And they said, and I remember seeing some of the old clips on C-SPAN where they try to do the same thing they did to what's his name, the one that just got in there recently.
Kavanaugh.
Yeah, they did the same thing. Brought up some old charges.
Yeah, well, let me be clear. This show, we are pro Clarence Thomas. I'm anti Kavanaugh.
Oh, okay.
And not because of the rapes.
Yeah,
but because he loves beer too much.
I think he said something like he's ready to die too, or something like that.
Kavanaugh?
Yeah. No.
Oh, Clarence Thomas?
Yeah. Kavanaugh was all, listen, and they're crying.
Kavanaugh's like, the chick I raped when I was 17 is talking about it. That's what Kavanaugh's saying. It's crazy that Kavanaugh is even in the fucking Supreme Court, dude. But
do you want me to pull up the thing, Clarence Thomas?
Yeah, I actually, if you go to my my show notes on my Google Calendar, if you just hit this little arrow right there, I have a couple other things I wanted to say about Clarence Thomas. I just think it's wrong that that people are criticizing him so much, dude. If you just scroll down.
Well, I didn't do it right.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. That's it. And just scroll all the way down. I have the Clarence Thomas story. Yeah, I don't think that. Look,
which one do I click on?
They're criticizing. If you just go up, I have a couple more things I'd like to say first about it. So let's go over Clarence Thomas's background real quick.
Okay.
Clarence Thomas grew up fatherless and poor. He literally is a descendant from slaves. He made it into Yale Law School and allegedly sexually harassed a coworker. This is what you want out of a Supreme Court justice. You want Ivy League law. You want sexual assault allegations, harassment, which is different. Mm-hmm. And you want a you want a story where they come from nothing and they rise to the top. These are the things that make a good Supreme Court justice. And I can't believe people are shitting on him. MSNBC is like hating on Clarence Thomas because he went on a couple golf trips with a friend who happens to be a billionaire. Mm-hmm. It's like stay poor, bitch. You know, these guys are jealous. They're all hating. They're hating because they can't go on cool golf trips.
Did Ruth Bader Ginsburg ever go on cool golf trips or skiing or?
I mean, with Ruth, I mean, she was a dusty old.
Not the whole
chair.
time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she was born old. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was born 90. She's like Benjamin Button, but she never got younger.
Yeah.
She was, ironically, was almost aborted. I don't know. That's probably not true. What if Ruth Bader Ginsburg mom was like, I kind of want to abort my kid, and then she grew up. Because she was, didn't Ruth Bader Ginsburg, wasn't she like, she should have retired a long time ago. I will say this about the Supreme Court. It's funny that anyone, or my overall point, jokes aside, my overall point with Clarence Thomas is people are criticizing Clarence Thomas because they say that he's being influenced by the billionaires that he hangs out with. He goes on these trips with billionaires that he doesn't report. He goes on a super yacht and doesn't tell everyone that he went on the super yacht. And the idea is, it doesn't look good, right?
I think he should. I think he should have his phone out and be like, "What's up, bitches? I'm out here on the boat."
It's not like he hid it. He just didn't report it in the things you're supposed to report it if you're a Supreme Court justice. I guess.
Then he's probably being influenced. They're all being influenced.
Well, and that's my point. Exactly. It's like these. Let's not pretend. Why it's the whole media, both sides of the media, the liberal media and the conservative media, they all have this fucking lie where they make where the Supreme Court makes decisions based on principles. This idea that the Supreme Court, if you're a Supreme Court just and they swear them in, it's all charade, it's all theater. They go, do you promise to make decisions based on your objective perspective on the Constitution of the United States? Yes, I do. Go fuck yourself. You're not. You're all influenced by your religion or lack thereof. You're influenced by how you grew up. You're just influenced.
Yeah, it's their interpretation of what the law is.
But the media pretends that there is some sort of righteousness and objectivity to those on those decisions. Like those decisions are based on principles, and they're just none of them are. And so if Clarence Thomas is being influenced by a billionaire, I would say that every other Supreme Court justice is equally influenced by other not malicious, just they're equally influenced by other things. What's wrong with being influenced by a billionaire? Clarence Thomas is influenced by a billionaire, and I happen to think he's a very smart guy.
This is
let's hear from Clarence Thomas. Ooh, can we watch the one where Clarence Thomas responds to his assault allegations?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna play.
Okay.
And look who's asking him the questions, Mr.
Is that
Joe Biden?
Whoa. Ooh. Okay.
All right, we got to connect it though to the Roadcaster.
Oh, really?
System preferences.
Sorry, guys, thank you for bearing with us through technical difficulties. I know that all your other shows just react to TikToks. Hey, you know what's better than watching a loser react to TikToks every day is watching two smart guys work through technical difficulties on a show.
Oh, it's not even connected to.
Oh, it's
to the.
Okay,
I can do it this way. I got it. Watch. We're gonna do it like this.
Okay, well, we'll pause. I'll just cut this out.
Judge,
That works.
tough day and tough night for you, I know. Let me ask, do you have anything you'd like to say before we begin? I understand that your preference is, which is totally and completely understandable, that we go 1 hour tonight, 30 minutes on each side. Am I correct in that?
That's right.
Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Senator,
Josh, can you pause it? Joe Biden is interviewing Clarence Thomas. Mr. Thomas, the first thing I like to say is that me and Corn Pop were. I used to love hanging out with Corn Pop and by the pool, and he would rub my leg. I loved going. Where am I?
No, this is the real Joe Biden, not the clone Joe Biden.
Right. What's like? Is there a conspiracy that Joe Biden is Q? Is in
Yeah.
It's a clone?
Yeah, they have it to where it says that he what's it called? You can tell by the ears. Look, one has a floating earlobe and the other one has a connected earlobe. So I was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, that he's like a lizard alien.
No, that it's not him. That
copy.
It's an actor or something like that. But he could have just had a facelift. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or, I mean, he could have had surgery. But let's keep listening. So this is Joe Biden interrogating Clarence Thomas, who is my favorite Supreme Court justice, on his assault allegations. What year was this? 90-something. Well, Joe Biden was still a senator.
It's right there,
91. Can you turn it up on the YouTube? Sorry.
I deny each and every single allegation against me today that suggested in any way that I had conversations of a sexual nature or about pornographic material with Anita Hill, that I ever attempted to date her, that I ever had any personal sexual interest in her, or that I...
Can you pause it? I have never had any sexual interest in Anita Hill. She is totally not my type. Now, when it comes to other women on my super yacht trips, I did try to date them, and they did deny me. But I'm Clarence motherfucking Thomas.
He could have summed it up. He could have been like, "Ain't nobody want that bitch."
Oh, dude, I mean, we don't know like how Clarence Thomas speaks on a daily basis, but there's
That's what I would have said.
Anita Hill. Who is Anita Hill? Was she a staffer? I think it was when he was. I read that it was when Clarence Thomas was in the Department of Education. So I think Clarence Thomas, or I guess Anita Hill, was maybe a staffer in the Department of Education. We don't know. We could look it up, but I don't really give a fuck, to be honest.
It was the one that you said that she was asking for. Remember? You told me that?
I want to deny any statement that I made in that characterization that Josh just said. Okay, so...
ever harassed her. A second, and I think more important point, I think that this today is a travesty. I think that it is disgusting. I think that this
Anita Hill is disgusting.
should never occur in America. This is a case in which this sleaze, this dirt, was searched for by staffers of members of this committee, was then leaked to the media.
Can you pause it? All I want to do is go on a simple super yacht trip with Dallas billionaire Harlan Crow, and it is wrong that I am denied that privilege just because I assaulted Anita Hill. Okay.
And this committee and this body
Wait, go back to that shot. Can we go back to that shot of Joe Biden? Okay, if you're just listening, is this Joe Biden or Bill Clinton?
That's Joe Biden.
Joe Biden looks good.
That's Joey Biden. Right
He looks
there.
like a fucking savage there.
Yeah.
Look at this photo. Can you cut to the...
Yeah.
If you're just listening, this is Joe Biden. He's holding the pen. He's got a fucking mean mug on his face.
Yep.
He's saying... You know what Joe Biden's thinking right now? Interviewing... and was Clarence Thomas the first black Supreme Court justice?
Yeah. I think you're going to say Supreme Court.
Oh. Super like...
Yeah. I think so. I'm not sure.
Well, he would. Either way, Joe Biden. Can you cut to Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Joe Biden's just looking at interviewing this Clarence Thomas guy, and he's like, "I knew we should have kept the school separated."
Oh, did you ever hear him say that? The old one? Yeah.
Yeah. He was against
Segregation.
integration.
Yeah.
Joe Biden was literally against integration.
Yeah, integration.
And here he is interviewing a black man that's risen to the Supreme fucking court, went to Yale, and this is an example of why we love Joe Biden. All right, let's keep
He also
watching.
had the one about the inner cities about they need after school programs, but the reason he gave was so horrible. He's like, so like my mom doesn't get graped at night, and I'm like, what?
Really?
That's the reason?
I mean, Joe Biden's always said out of pocket. I mean, he's always said out of pocket shit. When Joe Biden was like, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. But let's keep listening.
Validated it and displayed it at prime time over our entire nation. How would any member on this committee, any person in this room, or any person in this country would like sleaze said about him or her in this fashion?
Sleaze. It's funny.
Or this dirt dredged up, and this gossip, and these lies displayed in this manner. How would any person like it? The Supreme Court is not worth it. No job is worth it. I'm not here for that. I'm here for my name, my family, my life, and my integrity. I think something is dreadfully wrong with this country when any person in this free country would be subjected to this. This is not a closed room. There was an FBI investigation. This is not an opportunity to talk about difficult matters privately.
Can you see if Joe Biden says anything else?
This is a circus. It's a national disgrace.
Oh, it's just his reaction.
From my standpoint, as a black American, as far as I'm concerned,
Get him.
it's a high-tech lynching for uppity blacks who in any way deign to think for themselves.
Get him, Clarence.
To do for themselves, to have different ideas.
Get him, Clarence.
And it is a message that unless you kowtow to an old order, this is what will happen to you.
Josh, you know what is funny?
You will be lynched, destroyed.
I mean, this is powerful.
Caricatured by a committee of the U.S.
So
right here, I felt like right there, I felt like you were like, "Yeah, fuck you all." Like, look at his face.
Oh, yeah, and dude, yeah, he's like,
by a committee of the U.S. Senate, rather than hung from a tree.
and whoa, and then and you can suck my big black Johnson.
Oh shit! Look at his face too. Look at his face at the end. Like, I fucking.
He's
meant
a fucking savage, dude.
I think you can say that.
What? Oh shit! I want to deny any allegations that I am a racist.
Out of context, that sounds.
It was
awful.
taken out of context. And this is clearly an attempt by the podcasting community to lynch an up and coming podcaster. Josh, look at me. They're lynching me. No, I was gonna say it's funny that Clarence Thomas would defend himself in that way, and I will criticize Clarence Thomas right now. It's funny that Clarence Thomas said that back in the 90s, and he was like, this is an attempt by white America to suppress a black voice. And then like later on during his term,
he said uppity.
Uppity, yeah.
Yeah. And
then very well worded. I mean, very, very powerful statement from Clarence. Clearly rehearsed, you know.
I don't know. I felt like that.
Sorry, Justice Thomas. I don't want to call him Clarence.
I felt like that came from the heart.
Oh.
Like, there was a couple times where he just like he went like that was
he
wrong.
won, and Joe Biden, you can get on the ground while I fuck your ass.
What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to go a little accenty, a little bit of an accent there. My bad. I was gonna say this though. It's funny that Clarence made that like statement, and then during his term, during his time on the Supreme Court, he would go on to make decisions that, in my opinion, would hurt millions of black Americans around the country. You know, passing legislation with a conservative bent, benefiting rich white America. And I don't know that for sure. I can't point to any examples because I'm talking out of my ass. But let's be honest, he is the most conservative justice on the court. So, you know, you got to think that he probably. Let's look it up. Let's look up some decisions that our friend Justice Thomas has made on the Supreme Court. Let's see. And honestly, this will be good. Let's see if he's actually influenced by billionaires. And let's ask ourselves if his decisions would help billionaires or hurt billionaires. I think that's a great investigation. We're doing it live on Sean's show. That's what the fuck we do. We look it up and we look at the details, and we're not idiots. Clarence Thomas. What's that one Eminem song? And Clarence's best friend is Parrot. I almost said
That's from the movie.
N-word in Paris.
Jeez.
Okay. Eminem. That's Kanye. Whatever. Okay.
There's his approach to the law.
Here's his approach to the law. Thomas is considered a judicial conservative, adhering to the principle of originalism. If you don't know what originalism is, it's an idea that you look at the original meaning of the Constitution and you apply that original meaning to Supreme Court, to cases, and ask yourself, what would the Founding Fathers have thought of this case? And you apply the original literal text of the Constitution to the case. So, for example, something like integration of schools. Clarence Thomas would look at that and say, well, the Founding Fathers didn't want integration of people of different races. So Clarence Thomas would have voted against the integration of students. I don't know. That's probably not true.
Yeah, I think it was.
I was trying to do a bit. That's okay. Okay, let's scroll down. They score. I guess they score people politically based on like how conservative they are. Where's Clarence Thomas? Three. If you're just listening, there's a chart here of all the Supreme Court justices. Clarence Thomas is overwhelmingly the most conservative justice based on his decisions. So let's scroll down and let's keep going down and see like.
Wow, look at her. She's
Sonia Sotomayor.
Yeah.
Sonia Sotomayor is -4. She's the most liberal. She was probably like, she was like, Sotomayor's so liberal that she's probably like fascist.
So he was put in George H.W. Bush nominated
Thomas
to replace Thurgood Marshall.
Thurgood Marshall? I haven't heard that. I mean, I thought that guy was dead fucking long, like in the 1700s. Thurgood Marshall?
I know, it sounds like an old name.
It sounds like an old fuck. That's an old fucking guy. Also, all these fucking Supreme Court, they're all too old. Lifetime appointment?
Yeah.
The Supreme Court is an insane body. And America's all insane, but the Supreme Court is like the apex of American insanity. It's a body of lawmakers, political lawmakers, that's unelected. A lifetime appointment in an unelected position where you legislate. How fucking insane is that? It's incredible. It's incredible to me that this body even exists.
Here are the cases.
Okay. So the noteworthy cases listed in this section include any case where the justice authored a 5-4 majority opinion or an 8-1 dissent. So this is the case. These are the cases where he had the most influence, right? Because he overturned it or stood alone on his own.
Yeah, because he was 40 split decisions, and at the one dissenting judge, he was 33 times.
Oh, so he
Dissent,
was.
Yeah,
I see that. I'm shitting on the Supreme Court. If I was a Supreme Court justice, I would definitely be like the dissenting hater. Like if it's 8 versus 1, I'm definitely that one. I'm like, fuck you guys.
Well, the most
you
recent
know what I mean?
one was the Smith-Mortion. I don't know if you want me to say it.
You can say it. Oh, abortion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
that was his most.
Josh, we can say whatever the fuck we want, except we won't say the N word. But every other word on the show, we can say every other word.
He joined the 6-3 majority.
Okay, let's do something else, because abortion, honestly, like I want to see something with the billionaires. Like I want to see something if I want to see one where like he was, because all the people are alleging that he's being bribed by billionaires. So I want to see something where like, is he really being bribed by billionaires? Armed Career Criminal Act. What's this one? Nevada v. Hall. Nevada v. Hall ruled that states did not have sovereign immunity in one another's courts. I mean, that probably influences billionaires, but maybe not directly. Ooh, class action. Okay, class action lawsuits, finally. Okay. Thomas authored a 5-4 majority opinion in the case holding that, quote, Home Depot could not remove the class action claim filed against it, unquote, because provisions in 28 U.S. Code something or other did not permit removal by a third party counterclaim defendant. I don't know what that means, but it looks like here that he joined liberals. Look at that.
All
So in
right.
2018, and I'm not defending, this is not all planned. Like, this is all just looking at this stuff. So school facilities ban on religious organization held unconstitutional. What does that even mean?
I mean that they can't
ban.
say,
They
you
cannot
can't ban prayer.
Oh,
They can't ban prayer.
and he what side was he on in that one? If you scroll up,
Of course, the side you think he's on.
the atheists.
No.
Consistent with the laws of New York, the Milford Central School authorized district residents to use its facilities for after school. Oh, it's after school activities.
It says that
The school denied. So there was a Christian organization that wanted to do after news activities. The school denied the request for the religious after school organization. The club filed a lawsuit, and then Clarence sided with the. Can you scroll down a little bit? In his opinion for the court, Justice Thomas held that, quote, when Milford denied the Good News Club access to the school's limited public forum on the ground that the club was religious in nature, it discriminated against the club because of its religious viewpoint in violation of the First Amendment. I agree with that. That's not even like conservative. That's not even like a conservative. That's not even that crazy. Letting a religious club hang out.
yeah, those are the most noteworthy ones.
Kansas death sentence. Well, here's the thing. The one that like at least in recent memory, it seems like the one that is the most recent that has to do with business and law was the class action lawsuit one, and he sided with the liberals against Home Depot. So I don't know. I mean, like, that's just one example. But then all this media, you look at these media articles that are like, Supreme Court Justice Thomas has been treated to luxury vacations by billionaire Republican donor Harlan Crow.
Let's look up who Harlan Crow is.
So he's a Dallas real estate billionaire. And look at him in that photo. He looks good for his age. I don't know if I'd fuck him, but
Jeez.
again, all these journalists are trying to like throw Clarence Thomas under the bus because he hangs out with a billionaire. And it's because they're jealous. Drink that haterade. Drink the haterade. Because that's what you're doing, okay?
He's worth
Just
$3 billion.
That's not even that much money. That's not even he's a billionaire, so what? So what? You think if you go on a yacht a few times, I mean, Josh, let's really think about it. You think if you go on a billionaire super yacht a couple times.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so it says that they've been friends since '96 when he was scheduled to speak in Dallas for an anti-regulation think tank.
Crow offered to fly him there on his private jet. Okay, well, that's kind of bad. That looks kind of bad. That looks kind of bad. But look, my point was, if we're gonna shit on Clarence Thomas, then we should shit on all Supreme Court justices, and we should. Everyone, every politician, every Supreme Court justice, all of these people covet power, and they want to wield that power and affect your life and influence you, and that is disgusting and wrong. And Clarence Thomas is no different from anyone else that covets power.
So
that's my take.
Harlan Crow's dad was Trammell Crow, who was the largest landlord in the U.S. at one point.
But the thing is, Josh, they just both love to golf. They just both loved golfing. It's really not that. It's really, I think you're looking too closely at it. I think it's just that this billionaire and Justice Thomas, they just hit it off. They just hit it off over their common interests. Golfing. It wasn't a bribe. It was nothing. It was nothing, Josh.
His salary is $260,000 and he's worth $32 million. Clarence Thomas.
Yeah, but he's a good investor. He's smart, Josh. He's smart. That's not bribe money. It's not laundered landlord
he
money.
earned rental income from a Nebraska real estate firm. Yeah.
See,
Thomas reportedly continued to disclose between $50,000 and $100,000 in income from an old firm annually.
I don't like putting these justices under a microscope. You look at Kavanaugh, you look at all these guys and gals. Let's just stop hating. I'm tired of all the hate. That's really what I'm tired of. But anyway, I think that's all there is to say about Clarence Thomas. Let's close it out with for this topic. Let's close it out with that's a good idea. How wealthy are the Supreme Court justices? Let's find out.
Roberts is the most, it says.
Could you click and see? Let's see which yeah, let's just that first one. Let's see what we got here. What a bunch of Can you cut to the photo? These fucking losers. They're nerds. They're nerds, dude. I went to Yale. I went to Harvard Law School. I went to Yale Law School. Fuck you. The Supreme Court, the 9 Supreme Court justices are in total worth at least $24 million, or it might be closer to 68. Okay. Guess what? That's really not, like, if they're being bribed, they're very cheap. Right? I mean, come on. Gary Vee's more rich. Gary Vee's richer than these guys. A shill. Josh, okay. a hack e-commerce loser, tech loser, Gary Vee is worth more than the Supreme Court justices. So Roberts is the richest of the Supreme Court justices, reporting between 9 and 27 million in assets. That includes, again, this guy's poor. I was in DC. I saw Justice Roberts begging for money on the street.
So it says it's Roberts, then Brett Kavanaugh.
Okay.
With
the least.
1.7 million. He has the least assets.
Wait, you're telling me Brett Kavanaugh is worth 1.7 million?
According to Zillow.
I saw him doing fentanyl outside. I saw him.
Oh no, his home a half mile away from Roberts in Chevy Chase is worth 1.7 million. So his house is worth 1.7 million.
Well, I mean, how much? I mean, but he's still paying off a mortgage, presumably.
Samuel Alito, 2.9 to 7.4. Elena, what does it say here?
Elena Kagan,
1 million, valued somewhere between 1 million and 5 million.
So the point is, guys, as we go through each of these justices and their net worths, I just want you to know that we are raising money to help pay for a lot of these court justices to live. A lot of the Supreme Court justices today are suffering. And it's very sad. It's very sad to see the lawmakers of this country suffer and not eat. A lot of them are going to Chili's. A lot of them are Supreme Court justices, they're going to Wendy's. They're eating dinner at Wendy's. These are the lawmakers.
So it says several justices have side gigs as professors. And also, several of the justices receive more than 1 million advances for their book deals, an increasingly common trend among Supreme Court justices.
And that's a very low number, and I'm sad.
Why doesn't it have the what's his name? It doesn't have.
It doesn't have Thomas. He probably got his name scrubbed from this. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough of Clarence Thomas. I feel bad for him, and if anyone that you know starts trashing Clarence Thomas, please stand up for him. Let's see. People going back to school. Not me. Thank fucking God. I hated school. Always did. Even though I crushed it. I was really good at school. I never liked it. I knew I should have dropped out. And
was it the school politics that you hated?
Yeah, I was. I went to school in California, and I'm glad you brought that up, Josh, because that's exactly where
California.
My teacher's coming.
Sorry, it's
in class.
The OC.
California. That's a great song.
Every time I hear California, that's what I hear.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, they actually remade that song, Josh. Here's the new lyrics to the new California.
All right.
There's a little piano at the beginning. It goes da 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 da. California, here we come. Here's verse 1. California, here we come. Put my kid in school. Now he is a guy. Put my daughter in school. Now she says he's a guy. And that's the fault of the liberal politicians. California. There I go. Josh, I grew up in California, and I was subjected to the extremely liberal education. I was indoctrinated. That's why I'm so liberal. I was indoctrinated by California public schools, so much so that I actually don't think the homeless should be executed and shot. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. I agree with a lot of conservatives are concerned about sending their kids to public school because, if I send my kid to public school, then they might have to learn what kindness is and empathy. I don't want my kid learning about empathy.
I don't think that's
what they're worried about.
I think it's more the teachers are overwhelmed and students get left behind. So,
well, if you're a conservative, I want your kid to get left behind. I don't want your kid. I don't want your kid getting an education. Send them to the coal mines. Don't you want your kid to be a coal miner anyway? Who gives a fuck?
It's the bar just got a lot lowered. I remember doing being able to multiply and divide in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
And now I look at my kids' homework and it was like they're doing the same thing I was doing, but like in 5th grade. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Americans we were never good at math. It's okay. I thought you were going to say some trans stuff.
No. It was all about
you have firsthand experience.
It's all about getting them high scores for testing so they can have more funding.
Right.
So all you teach is the test.
Right.
That's it.
You're not. And the test is fucking retarded. The test is stupid.
The test is. I don't know. It's a test.
Yeah. It's like, the test is going to buy it. The test. I mean, standardized testing has always been a nightmare.
Yeah.
But teaching to a test is crazy. So I understand why people are going more towards private schools. Like they want to go and send their kids to like a Montessori school.
Well, I'll give you this is what happened to my son.
Yeah.
Right. My son, he's autistic, right? He can't read.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for using all this language.
No, it's fine. And so he couldn't. he could. Then you.
I feel really bad. I feel really horrible. I'm just using the R word, and you're okay.
He's not. No, he's autistic.
No, I know. That's what I said. No, I'm kidding.
And so,
by the way, that's an advantage. You get no sympathy from me.
Well, no. What happened?
You're going to be a billionaire someday.
He didn't have. They do nearsighted test, not farsighted test.
Yep.
Or something like that. One of the versions.
Like a vision?
Yeah. But he was farsighted. He couldn't see anything right here.
Okay.
So whenever he tried to read, it was all jumbled. He didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I was like, what's this letter? He's like, I don't know. X. And I'm like, look at it. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's all one thing. And it finally clicked in 3rd grade. 5th grade comes. He's still not reading. Right?
No way.
Yeah. Fuck. And then I found out that what the teachers were doing, and and that's because my wife knows the ins and outs of the school system.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason she got him a school-appointed tutor, and he had all these teachers helping him and everything.
Yeah.
But the way they were helping him was they would read the test and then tell him and then read off the answers, and then he would tell him the answer, right? And he was getting good grades, A's and B's. And then he got really mad one day and was like, basically, fuck this. Let me read the test. And they're telling him, like, you can't. And he's just like, well, let me try. And they wouldn't. So they called me to the school. And I thought he was refusing to take the test. And he's crying. He's like, I'm not refusing to take the test. I want to take the test. Don't read it to me. Let me try.
Yeah.
And then the teacher's like, well, you're going to fail. And then And so then I look at him. I was just like, You read it. You take the test. And she looks at me like, what? I was like, let him read the test. But I was like, if he fails, he fails. And she was upset, I could tell. So because their scores go down, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I kept telling the teacher, I'm like, fail him then. Because we're at home and we're trying to help him.
Oh my God. Oh, because it's like, so they're trying to guide him through it because they're
They're
worried.
pushing him through.
Oh, and when you're reading it to a kid, it's like, they're like, you read the question like, Jimmy has 4 apples. He ate 2. How many does he have?
Yeah. It's like
wink, wink, wink. Like,
no, they're not giving him the answers.
oh, okay.
The comprehension's there.
Right.
It's just he can't read.
Yeah.
You know, now he's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, it's crazy. I actually had almost a similar experience when I was in middle school. They were putting me in like advanced English, and it was so. I mean, I don't think I'm autistic. I'm not actually autistic.
A little bit.
I'm not autistic.
A little bit.
But I was in advanced English in 7th grade, and I was killing it. Everyone loved me. I loved English. I was like, I had an A in the fucking.
Everybody loved you. Man, this guy's fucking killing me. I love this dude.
this is all lies. I
was
wasn't
so
bullied.
popular. I was getting all A's.
I was in like 7th grade getting my dick sucked by the PE teacher. It was very traumatic. And I remember one day our school was a night. We had 3 vice principals, and they're all women. It was crazy.
How big a school did you have?
It was like 1,000.
Oh.
Or no, like 600 people, maybe 600 kids. So one of the vice principals comes in to class one day and she's like, Sean, come to my office. And I thought I was in trouble. And then she starts talking to me like I'm retarded. Mm-hmm. Because she thought it was a mistake. Like she thought putting me in advanced English was a mistake by the admin.
Why?
And that, I don't know. Because I was in remedial math. So like she thought, oh, this guy can't be in remedial math and advanced English. Like he has to be stupid across the board.
Yeah.
And then I went on to get a degree in math, suck my fucking dick. But
why were you in remedial math?
I cried because I cried. I was in advanced math and then I cried, and my parents pushed for me to get out of that class. It was crazy. It was so crazy. I don't know how I couldn't. I was in pre-algebra.
Yeah. Oh, my parents did the same thing. They put me AP everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and plus sports, I'm like, I have no time for anything.
There's literally no time. No one is more stressed out than a junior in high school.
I was a freshman.
Oh yeah.
I was taking
AP?
Algebra
Bro.
2. Algebra 2.
That's crazy.
English, the high advanced Spanish. Yeah, all the advanced ones, and I was getting all C's.
AP non-binary studies. That's what the conservatives think.
Yeah.
Every conservative, they think that the curriculum for a student in public school is like AP non-binary studies, doing fentanyl on the sidewalk in San Francisco, how to suck dick correctly. Jeez. This is what conservatives think public education is. I really it's unbelievable. They think that they're studying insane shit, dude. And it's like, I'm not saying there's anything public schools aren't perfect, but when public schools aren't perfect, but if you're a conservative and you're bitching about how bad public school is getting, then hey, here's my message to you: pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stay poor, bitch. Get out of poverty. If you really want your kids to go to a good school, then you got to pay up. That's what America is. I thought you guys were all about that. But you're not. You know what I mean? Like if you're a rich conservative and you don't like public schools, send your kid to private school. If you're a poor conservative and you're unhappy with public schools, well then I don't know. Suck it up.
No, they typically go and try to homeschool and then join a cult, maybe.
Right.
Like a Christian cult.
One of my best friends growing up.
Charter school.
Which is like a private school that's funded by the government, right?
It's not a private school.
But it's like a competitive public school.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to take a test to get into it or something like that.
Like Idea Academy is one of those.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between like a charter school and like a normal school?
I don't know, really. I think, well, just the charter school, I know they all wear the same uniform. I think they go to school just a little bit longer in the day. I know for the teachers.
And they love God.
No, not this one. This one,
Okay.
It was off of MLK, and the only thing that sucks for the teachers is you have to have your cell phone with you till 8 o'clock at night, and you have to answer calls from, like, parents and stuff like that.
Until 8?
Till 8. So you're on the clock from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Ugh.
And that's not including grading papers and all that other stuff.
I mean, I will say, could you go back to my notes? I had something to say about teachers. Oh, okay. I do. This is kind of separate from that, but with back to school, so a lot of teachers are very frustrated and they're disillusioned because Chat GPT is being used by students to cheat. I've read so many stories online about teachers that are like, I put out an assignment and an essay and all the students are using Chat GPT. They're using Chat GPT and they're cheating and I don't know which is which. If you can't tell which is which, then that's called you're an idiot. Then that means you're a dumbass.
But how many teachers are using it to put their lessons together? Like Chat GPT, maybe a lesson for her.
It's not. John, they put in less effort than that. I mean, maybe high school, college, every level. Teachers are. I don't know. I think teachers get too much credit. It's because you teach the same thing every year. You spend. Here's what I would do if I was a teacher, Josh. I would get my lesson plan. The lesson plan doesn't change. Maybe it does. I understand the lesson plans change year to year, but like, at least in college, dude, I remember all my professors. They'd pull out an exam from like 3 years ago, and they'd be like, "This is the exam," or like they'd pull out their notes, and the date would literally be dated from like a decade ago for some classes. So like they haven't changed their lesson plans in a decade, and they have TAs grade the exams. So it's like, what, like, this is a part-time job. And then you're bitching and you want to, then you get a union and you get benefits and shit. It's like, it's, you literally, and then the class, and then they phone it in when they're on the fucking, when they're doing the lesson.
Well, it's not about teaching as much as it's about, like, maintaining the children's mental well-being. It feels like at the lower stages, you know what I mean?
It's more babysitting. You're right. It's more, or you didn't say that, but I will. It is babysitting.
Yeah.
And I just think it's like, anyway, I had this Reddit post.
I also think a lot of parents send their kids to school to be like, all right, now raise my kid.
Right. And that's a hypocrisy, because a lot of parents are like, okay, raise my kid at school. And then they want input.
Yeah.
It's like, if the school's going to be the real parents, then you don't get to outsource parenting and then complain about how it's being done. Okay, you don't get both. You can't have both sides.
But it is on both. Like the whole thing. My son's not reading. Why didn't you teach him how to read? It's just like we took him to tutoring lessons, which is still not me teaching him. But that's because when you sit down with your kid, for some reason, you have more patience with other people's children. Because it's like, well, I can't yell.
Oh, because the expectation is different.
Yeah, and with my kid, it's like, what's that? What's the word? Read the word.
and then go. No.
Read
Josh.
the word.
That's why he can't see, because you bashed his head into the homework, and he got a concussion. Now he can't see.
He scratched his cornea.
Yeah. Ow, my eye. Actually, my eye's feeling better. But quick aside. How many other podcasters would have quit their show had they scratched their cornea? Most of them. But I'm fucking here right now. So have some goddamn appreciation. And anyway, the show's not over, but fucking what's the word? Be grateful that I'm doing this, you motherfuckers.
There we go. You summed it up well. Well, these teachers might get to go back to what the pandemic was before.
What's that?
You haven't heard from Alex Jones?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't, Josh. We have not. We don't watch Alex Jones. I don't even know who that is.
Oh, okay. The pandemic's coming back. They're gonna be shutting it all down again.
Oh,
October.
I have heard. Look, if we have another pandemic, if the teachers create another pandemic, if the teachers are going to create another pandemic and send the kids home. Honestly, I'm jealous of the kids at this point. Like, if I could have like spent my entire childhood at home, quote unquote, learning from home and not actually learning anything, I would have had a fucking blast. I literally, if COVID happened when I was a kid, I'd be an esports professional right now. I would literally be a League of Legends top 5 League of Legends player. That's what I would be. I'd be making millions. But instead I have to do this third-rate podcast in a third-rate city with a first-rate producer.
Thank you, appreciate it.
That's Josh is a beacon in the Austin comedy scene, but we won't go there. Beacon of light.
Thank you.
In a sea of darkness. And I meant that with the talent, not like the race. If anything,
nobody thought that.
It's a beacon. You're a beacon of light.
You're a darkness.
You're darkness. You're a dark beacon of light in a sea of shitty whiteness, of milquetoast. So much milquetoast fucking bullshit.
I'm pretty light. This is with a tan a little bit. You know what I mean? I got the line back in my hand a little bit.
Well, me and Clarence Thomas think otherwise. When Clarence Thomas and I trash you.
Yeah.
Anyway, can you click on this Reddit thread? I just thought this Reddit thread was really funny. And if you're a teacher listening, just know that just don't listen to this because I'm very anti-teacher in general because they're authority figures, and I've had so many bad teachers in my life. I just can't let go of the grudge. You know what? I just truly, I've had so many teachers that were mean to me, that fucking bullied me. And I can't blame them completely because they fucking hated their lives. And as a kid, I didn't see it. I didn't see that most teachers are miserable fucking pieces of shit human beings that got into it. And then teachers are almost like Wall Street bankers. Like, if you ever see a seasoned Wall Street banker, they're like almost on the verge of suicide. They're suicidal. They're rich and they're suicidal because they've committed their life to something evil.
I know why the teachers didn't like you, because they would say something about the subject that was written in the book, and then you were like, "Oh, well, I heard," or "What do you think?"
I was that guy.
Yeah,
I was totally that guy.
They had no idea, and they were like, "Shut the fuck up, Sean."
Dude, you're
making them look stupid.
Yeah, and you're on point, bro. That's accurate as fuck. I remember once I was in biology, freshman year biology.
Yeah.
And you know what I asked my teacher? I asked her in class, we were going over evolution. And I raised my hand. I was like, well, teacher, how can evolution be true if God made Earth? No, that's not what I said. And look, I'm self-aware. I can understand that I sound arrogant sometimes. But I asked my teacher, which I thought was a very interesting question, and I still do, I asked my teacher, I was like, how do you quantify the rate of evolution? So you look at a species over 1 million years, how do scientists measure the evolution of an animal? Like you measure a car going 50 miles an hour. Is there a measurement, like a number that people use, or is it more about observing how the genetics change?
And if they were a good teacher, they would have said, "That's a great question, Sean. You know what? Everybody, let's write a 1-page essay for homework. You're gonna write a 1-page essay, and
no Chat GPT."
Yeah, and then at this time, and they would have said that, and then what that does, it puts the pressure, because it's public school, it puts the pressure on all the other students to look at you like, "Shut the fuck up, dude."
That's so smart.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of teacher being like, "I don't know, why are you asking these questions?" You know.
And that's what she deflected. She was like,
they're not gonna say, "I don't know."
Great question, Sean. Let's talk after.
Okay.
Some shit like that. And then I emailed her. I was I emailed her.
You were trying to learn.
I was genuinely excited about knowledge. And the public school system suppressed that brightness that so many people have.
They thought I was stupid.
And they thought that and that it, I mean, and the thing is, public schools, for all the things that conservatives are wrong about, this isn't even a conservative take. Public schools do put you in a fucking box. public schools,
They go to obedient workers.
they make 9 to 5ers, you know?
That's what this is what America needs.
But Gary Vee says, don't go to college. You know what Gary Vee says? I saw a recent interview with Gary Vee. You know what he said, Josh?
What?
He said, don't go to college because they'll just make you trans. That's what he said.
Verbatim.
Verbatim. Secondly, Gary Vee said, don't go to high school. High school will turn you gay. Thirdly, he said, don't go to middle school because all they teach you in middle school is how to be a follower, not a leader. Gary Vee told me how to live. And that's Gary Vee said, start a podcast, which I did. Gary Vee said to make content, which I do. Gary Vee said, have a rich grandfather that died. Check. And now all that's left is for me to become a douchebag. And I'm very close.
The greatest one I ever got said to a teacher was it was Algebra 2. And I forgot what he asked about the problem. And this is how old I am. We didn't have a projector. We had the
the thing. Oh, where you write on the marker.
Yeah, where you write with a clear paper.
Yeah.
That's what we were doing. And he goes, everybody goes, so is this right? And everybody goes, yes. And he goes, now don't say yes so fast. And I just go, yeah. And everybody died. And they're like, you're an idiot. I was like, well, but you know what was messed up is I literally in my head did not think this is going to be funny. When he said that, I was like, don't say yes so fast. That was what I really thought.
That's so funny, dude. And then the teacher got mad?
No, he just looked at me like I was stupid. He looked at me like I was dumb.
Because he doesn't have a sense of humor.
Everybody else laughed.
Yeah. That's very funny. Anyway, let's see this Reddit post. Can you scroll up a little bit? So this is on r/teachers, or sorry, other way. My frustrations with Chat GPT. And this is just a random teacher on Reddit. Hey, everyone. I just wanted to rant a little bit about Chat GPT and how it's making my job as a teacher super frustrating. For those who don't know, Chat GPT is a super smart AI that can write essays on just about any topic and make them sound like they were written by a human. The problem is, when I assign essays to my students, I have no way of knowing if they actually wrote them or if they used Chat GPT. This is a huge issue for me because I use essays to evaluate my students' understanding of a topic. But if they can just use Chat GPT to generate a high-quality essay, then what's the point? It totally defeats the purpose of my job.
Exactly. Who is it replacing?
Just kidding. She says the purpose of the assignment. But really...
It's her. Who's it replacing? If the student can read that essay and remember that essay, isn't that the most important part?
Well, a teacher would say, well, Josh, it's not the ability to read it. It's the ability to be able to construct an essay from your head like that. And that's the learning that can be applied to other things. And that's the whole point.
No, that's the old world. That's the way the old world worked.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to do that because that AI is going to do that for me. So when I get a job, I need to use this AI.
You know what's scary though? With ChatGPT writing essays, it's not even the teachers' jobs that are going to be replaced. I used to make a lot of I had a side hustle in middle school and high school where I would write essays for other people. My job's being taken. The nerds are being, those are the people that really need help because you don't have to, the jock doesn't have to pay anyone to write an essay anymore. He just uses ChatGPT. That's very sad.
No, the bully's too stupid to even understand how to do it. So you know what? I'm going to pay the nerds.
The smart nerds will live.
The smart nerds will live. In fact, they're going to be able to double, triple business.
That's true.
And also save a lot of time.
The nerds will be like, how about this? How about I could write? No, I bet they will. Anyway, this teacher continues. They go, that's why it's super important for teachers to take a stand against the use of ChatGPT in the classroom. We need to make it clear that original thought and critical thinking are valuable and that we won't accept machine-generated essays. You haven't had an original thought in your life, bitch. Anyone that become like any like teacher, you know what it's like, come on. Oh, like you're mad at ChatGPT. That's original. You're mad. Everyone's mad at AI. You Luddite bitch. Get out of here. I'm being a little shocking. I have a scratched cornea. If you think this is shocking or too much for you, then you're being ableist. I'm a blind man.
I mean, teachers can use this just as easily as students can use this. You know what I mean? Like as far as coming up with their lesson plans and stuff like that.
Here's the hypocrisy. Teachers want to ban Teachers want to ban students from using Chat GPT, but they outsource as much of the work as they can to like their
What's
grading.
What's the point of school?
Make kids gay.
Okay. What's the other point?
The real point of school is to learn.
Exactly. Right. And what do we need to learn?
Critical thinking.
Is that what they're teaching?
And skepticism.
Is that what they taught before?
No.
Exactly.
That's
right.
Exactly. So nothing's changed.
No.
It's a new version of an old story.
If anything, they should be teaching them how to use AI properly.
Yeah.
So it's no longer what to think. It's how to think, because you need to know how to ask the right questions.
Yeah.
So now it doesn't matter if I can memorize the whole fucking periodic table or any of that shit, because I'm using this is going to help me magnify my intelligence. Now without it, of course, I'm not as smart, but I mean, you're talking about a decrease in technology in our society, which means we're going to go the other way. In that case, people need to learn how to plant food.
And use God. Yes. That's exactly what I was about to say. No, you know what I think AI is, what Chat GPT is doing in education is it's pulling back the curtain on all of education, and it's revealing that it was all a fraud from the fucking beginning. That's my take. Okay. It's revealing that, writing an essay doesn't fucking make you smarter. Writing an essay, anyone can memorize shit. Anyone can phone it in and bullshit an essay. I mean, how many times have you in history, in school, like if you remember back to when you were in school, how many times did you or your friends be like, yeah, I totally bullshitted that essay and I got an A? Everyone does that. Everyone writes the same shit. Like if you write an essay on Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King was a civil rights leader who was assassinated by, actually, I want to write an essay about MLK. And I think I learned a lot from it.
Yeah.
But like most people, it's like, students have always bullshitted stuff. And AI is just a new way of bullshitting stuff. It's not new, but teachers see it as a new thing. It's not a new thing. It's the same bullshit, man. And this whole idea of like teachers standing up against AI, I'm just like, just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Just do your job. No one's going to get mad at you if you pass people that use AI. No one, you know what I mean?
No, they're not going to be able to tell the difference.
They're not going to tell.
They're not going to know.
If you can't tell the difference, no one's going to come looking and saying like, oh my God, all these students used AI and you passed them anyway.
It's just
no one's going to fire you. Oh, and you're sad because the students are stupider? Think about, let's really think about this. Let's say you have a class of 30 students and they don't use AI, right? And they write these essays and they come out of school, they come out of 5th grade, or let's say 6th grade, right? They come out of 6th grade, never having used AI, and they've written these essays. Let's look at them. Compare that to the students that used AI to assist them in writing those same essays. Those students that used AI to write those essays are going to be more competitive in the workplace. And I guarantee you that if there's a fucking billionaire CEO, tech CEO, he's coming out of the guys that used AI. It's the people that use AI and find out a way to use it without being detected. Okay? There's always, I'm just saying, there's always been ways to cheat, and I'm just tired of teachers being like, we need to stand against AI. What we really need is just to end school. Let's just...
It's not going to matter. We're all going to have AI on our phones and our watches, and it'll tell us...
No one has to think.
Yeah, nobody's going to think.
I think when you turn 13, you know what I think they should just do? Just lower the child labor age. Let's just become like China. Just make some smartphones. Let's get American... And I think a lot of people don't realize what it means for American manufacturing to come back to America. It means there's going to be a lot of poor people dying in factories. You know?
That's already happening.
It's in America?
I'm pretty sure. Hey, I got to answer this.
Oh, yeah, go for it, dude. Anyway, and we got to go soon. Let me close it out. Let me do one more quick topic here. let's see. Could you just click on the Google Calendar real quick and scroll up? Thanks again for listening, guys. I hope you're having a good commute or whatever you're doing. Whatever you do.
That was it.
Do people jack off to this? What do you think, Josh?
That was all of them. That was all of them.
Oh, that was all the topics?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me close it out. I had one more thing I wanted to talk about. Actually, it was on my notes from last week. Thank you so much for listening to the show, guys. Please follow us on Spotify and Patreon. I have a bunch of dope shit out on the Patreon. There's an interview with a private defense attorney I did that was very fun. So check that out. And okay, let's end on this take. And I won't do too many takes on comedy and comedians, but unfortunately this is one that I just feel like I have to do. I'm so tired. I am so tired of comedians hanging out and getting chummy with billionaires. It's so fucking gross. It's truly gross. Like this isn't really that topical, but we all saw like a couple months ago, like Elon Musk walked onto the stage with Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's an icon, but it's insane. It's insane that Dave Chappelle invited Elon Musk on stage. He's like, that's fucking Dr. Doom. It's a fucking evil man on stage with Chappelle. It's crazy. Rogan interviewing countless billionaires and it's just I don't know. Comedy is not an art form. Comedy is not an art form for the rich. But also, if you're poor, I don't want you to listen to this. But comedy's it's always been an art form that defends the masses. And I just think it's gross. It's very uncouth. It's very tasteless. It's very classless. Not classy at all for billionaires to hang out with the rich. And, I just feel like when artists get rich, it cheapens what they're trying to say. And that's why I don't want you to join the Patreon or subscribe. Please keep me poor. I know I say subscribe, follow, give us 5 stars. But ultimately, I don't want to do that. What's up, dude? I'm just closing it out, Josh. I was just saying how I think that and I'm trying to not do too many takes on comedy. Mm-hmm. But this is one that I feel like I have to make. Which is that I am just tired of comedians hanging out with billionaires. I really, really am.
What comedians are hanging out with billionaires?
Chappelle brings Elon Musk on stage.
So does Rogan.
He's guilty of it too. I mean, Rogan's basically a billionaire. It's just
he's not even close.
He's 300 million.
Oh, okay.
And it's easy to make wealth once you have it. He's definitely going to be a billionaire soon if he's not already. But I was just saying that it's just comedy has always been a fucking art for the poor, right? It's always.
My friend George said it perfectly. Comedy is a poor man's outlet and a rich man's novelty.
I couldn't have said it better than that.
Oh.
And it's always been something that's supposed to stand up for the little guy, stand up for the poor.
It's not.
The
it's
poor.
Supposed to make fun of people and things. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Ultimately, that is what it is.
Yeah, there's no. Oh, this is activism. Shut up. Go be an actual activist.
Fair enough.
When you get that far, then you're not funny anymore. It's just like, all right, well then you need to go into something else. This isn't funny.
I think a lot of comedians are becoming activists for the rich, though. They're using comedy as activism to stand up for the wealthy and wealthy interests, and it's gross. And I'll be a fucking activist in the opposite direction. There is some level of activism in every art form. You know what I mean? Like I understand what you're. I definitely can appreciate the whole and I do agree with comedy is making fun of things. I think it should be that simple. One sentence, comedy makes fun of things and comedy makes fun of stuff. That's what I love, and it is that simple. But when you look at the pragmatic reality of it, and you look at the biggest comics and what they've been doing lately, gross. It's gross. You know, and I want
Call them out. Fight them.
I will fight him. No, I was just saying, like, Chappelle's a fucking icon.
Yeah.
And but just to see the biggest comic and what when I was I bring all this up because I know I was saying like I want people to join the Patreon, but like keep me poor. Because if I get any richer, I'm going to I will flip my take immediately. Josh, if I make $1 million tomorrow, the next time I come on this show, I'm going to be wearing cool shoes. I'm going to be wearing sunglasses.
As you should.
I'm going to be having adrenochrome injected into my bloodstream.
I don't know about all that.
I'm going to be dating a 14-year-old.
Oh, my God.
All right. Sorry. All right. I'm going to be hanging out with Ted Cruz.
Nobody does that. Ted Cruz doesn't hang out with
I'm going to be hanging out with Clarence Thomas.
That might, not rich enough for that, but one day.
My goal in life is just to be richer than Clarence Thomas. My goal in life is to buy a Supreme Court. You know what we'll do? Okay, I actually forgot. Palantir's down today.
The whole market's down.
The whole market's down. So it's a great time to buy Palantir if you have no morals and you are okay with financing the deportation of human beings from America. It's down. I'm losing money, a lot of money. So hopefully it doesn't go down a lot more, but it probably will. This stock could go bankrupt.
They're all going down right now.
Except Bitcoin. But
Bitcoin just crashed a lot too.
Yeah. It's a good time to buy. So I'm sorry that I haven't changed the stock week to week, but I will start doing that. But we're just kind of trying to spin things up here. And that's it. At 10,000 Patreon subscribers, you know what we'll do? And for the people that like watch this, maybe they'll drag it out a year from now when the show's really big. When we get to 10,000 Patreon subscribers, we will donate to a Supreme Court justice's election fund. And let's try and influence the law. How about that?
Good deal.
So, and as far as how we influence the law, well, that depends. That depends on how I feel that day. Thanks for listening. Please, for the love of God, follow us on Spotify. Follow Sean Show on Spotify. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Like the video. Leave a comment. Who's your favorite Supreme Court justice? Tell your friends about the show. Excuse me. Join the Patreon. And actually, I started a Facebook group. I'll invite you to it, Josh.
Okay.
We have a Facebook group now, and I actually shout out to my buddy Steven who joined the Facebook group. We have a guy that joined the Facebook group. So Steven, thank you for joining. And thanks for listening to the show. I want the Facebook group to be a place where we can hang out. And ultimately, in the Facebook group, I'm only allowing people to talk about Breaking Bad and autism in the Facebook group. And the show, of course.
Perfect. I'll put my son on it.
Josh's son? No. Josh's son. Josh doesn't have a son. Josh, remember, the people that listen to this are
I got two sons.
Please don't. Josh, for the sake of your children that don't exist, don't ever mention them again. Because the people that listen to this, a lot of them are criminals.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Where can people find you, Josh?
At Josh Cabasa on Instagram, or go to comedyfrequency.com, or see us on YouTube.
We love you. See you later.